Hey guys, it's Austin with Busy Bee Detail. Today I'm going to be covering how to steam clean seats. So this will be using a steamer. If you don't have a steamer, I know McCulloch makes a cheap one if you're not worried about having to repurchase it or if you're just starting out to make some money. I have a Vapor Clean Pro Solo 6, does a great job, have great customer service, comes with a warranty. So the things you'll need today: microfiber towels by the Jillians. I have a pretty random concoction of fabric cleaners in here. This is pretty old. I'm just trying to get rid of it so I can utilize the spray bottle. To be more specific, Folex is a really good fabric cleaner, or you can use an all-purpose cleaner. Just make sure if you're using an all-purpose cleaner, you're only using it on the seats and not the carpet, because when you use it on carpet, it is reactivated by water. Meaning, when you get in it with wet shoes, the APC will reactivate in the carpet and actually eat the grime off the bottom of your shoes and soak it back into the carpet. So, if you care about your customers, try to stay away from APC when doing this. Like I said, Folex is a really good brand. And then I've got my steamer right here. Yeah, there we go. You want to make sure you're using the diffuser just so you're not lighting up one area. This makes it come out of 3 sides. And yeah, I like the triangle because it allows you to get in the areas pretty well, in the tighter areas. So let's get to it. Oh, drill brush too. This thing's real handy. You could probably get away with just using the brush on your steamer to agitate, but I like using this drill brush just to do a bit more thorough of a job. But yeah, let's get to the technique. Okay, so you may be able to see I put a piece of packaging tape down the middle of the seat to do a 50-50 shot. I didn't use 3M automotive tape because I've had issues with it holding up when it gets wet. So we'll give this a shot, see if it holds up decently. So the first thing we're going to want to do is liberally, but kind of liberally, not too liberally, spray the seat down. If you get it too soaked, then you're going to end up soaking a lot of gunk down into the foam of the seat, and when that happens, all it takes is a hot day in this car sitting in the sun for it to actually pull back up into the top layer of fabric. Not to mention, if you get it too wet, you'll have to, your client will end up fighting with mildew. So, I mean, just spray it enough to get some agitation going on the top of the surface, and then you'll start agitating with that drill brush. So here we go. Like I said, don't be too afraid, but just kind of liberally. There you go. Now we're going to take this drill brush. I will say with this drill brush, you might want to get an assortment of parts. If you get some more beat up seats, the medium bristle one might be a little too much and you might end up ripping the seat. Also be careful that it's not going the opposite direction of which way the bristles have turned over time, because then it'll get much more aggressive and you'll probably rip the seat. So like I said, pick up maybe a soft and medium bristle drill brush, and then you should be good to go. So now we'll just drill brush away pretty thoroughly. Okay, might do another squirt or two of this. And then you want to start steaming pretty soon, so this isn't falling way down in the seat. But what you're going to do, take your microfiber, like I said, you're probably going to run through a lot of these, wrap it around the steamer head, and then you're going to it. So here, I'll show you. I have this at like full blast, by the way, so I think this is like 70 psi of steam. So hopefully it doesn't get too foggy. And as you can see, we're picking up some gunk, so you'll want to go ahead and switch over to a part of the microfiber that isn't too gunky, and then keep on keeping on. Try not to keep it in one place for too long either, otherwise you could end up damaging the fabric. But I tend to go over an area repeatedly for a minute just so I can get the heat up pretty high, so we are killing any mildew or funky smells that are going on. And then if there are funky smells in the car, I would recommend using an ozone generator afterwards. The ozone generator will rid of the smell, but you have to make sure you clean the source of the smell prior to the ozone generator doing its thing properly. I'll tell you, the first time I used this, I did not thoroughly go over my seats enough, so just make sure you thoroughly get them. Otherwise, you might not get the stains out. I think I like once or twice over them and it was not enough. You also want to apply some moderate pressure. That'll help lift some deeper stains as well. And you see I just keep switching out this area on here. One more thing I will say, when you're working on this part of the seat, you want to be careful of not letting it dry pulled back, because it will pull back and wrinkle a bit, and if you let it dry, then that will kind of lock that wrinkle in. So just make sure it's going the other way and not wrinkled when you're done with the steaming. And you should be smelling some funky smelling steam too if you're doing some older, more beat up seats. So kind of fun to see what it smells like. Kind of play a guessing game as to what is in the seats. Combination of ass sweat and chicken finger grease, who knows. Kind of what I'm getting off this one. And obviously, if the seat's not too bad, you don't have to worry about going as hard as I am on this one. But this is a 17-year-old car. My client bought this for his son, and I don't think this thing has ever seen a detail before, so I'm going pretty thoroughly on these seats.
And as you can see, my microfiber is progressively gunking up. Continuing on. And these back areas right here always tend to be worse off. I don't know what it is.
And that should do it. If you really just need to play it by ear as to how hard you need to go. A being what the client is wanting to pay, and B being how bad the seats are and like kind of what color they are, how bad the smell is. As you can see, I'm still picking up some dirtiness, but if I were to sit here and steam these seats until I wasn't picking up any dirt in my microfiber, I'd be here all damn day. And that's one of the issues we have to face as detailers, is deciding when enough is enough as far as what you're doing. And especially once you're first starting out, you need to decide to what extent you're going to go to please your client for what amount of money. That's one of the mistakes I made when I first started out. I was doing cars I wouldn't even touch now for a ridiculously low amount of money, 120 bucks. Cars that would now cost me about $400 to do. So I hope this video helped you out. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the rest of these seats real quick and let this dry up, and once this dries up, I'll bring you back and show you the 50/50. So I don't know how well this is converting to camera, but they're kind of dry, not completely. This left side is the one we did. It looks a lot better in person. You can see the right side, there's a lot of blotchiness in there, and the left side's just a smooth, regular texture as far as color goes and stuff. And here's the final result after both seats have been done, or both sides. And here's the other seat. Right, so I just wanted to show you. Carpets got shampooed as well, dash, everything. Looking all pretty good if you ask me. So now I'm going to end up running the ozone machine in here to get the smell out of here for good. And then, yeah, so thanks for watching. This is one of those topics I struggled with for a long time, and I hope this helps you out. See ya.